Snowy mountains, oh, we couldn't get colder than this. The cold it tests, we try our best. No time to rest, we must not miss. Harshnag's boat doesn't feel the cold. Plods on as we follow, our fears we swallow. North and north and north we go, to the eye all the way through the wind and snow. We stop and rest a little while when something takes our ear. From out amongst the snow and rocks, don't miss their hiss. The Crackcats. Battle in the frozen north tests everything we've got. Harshnag shows how fearsome he can be in case we forgot. We'll make short work of feline foe. The biggest enemy is the snow. The adventure continues.
Round one done. Yeah, it's fair to say that across that you've done quite a considerable amount of damage to these cats. They are thinking they probably bit off more than they can chew, but they haven't bit you. Right, it is their turn again. We're going to go in the same order that we did before. So the red cat is going to attack Daboff again. That is a natural 20, so I'll take that.
Cool. I'm going to roll for my mirror image to see which it attacks.
Shiver me timbers.
So I have to roll, because I've got 3 left, 3 mirror images, I have to roll above a 6. If I roll above a 6 on a d20, I get
it's one of them.
Yeah.
And they get, I think they get dispelled, don't they?
They've got their own armor class, so
right,
it will in this case, because it was a natural 20. But
yeah.
Awkward. I've rolled a 4, so that does hit me.
So it's going to hit you. Does that mean you have to, because it's a concentration spell, I assume, does that mean you're going to have to roll a concentration on this?
Where does it show concentration? Let's have a look. It is not a concentration.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredibly generous. Okay, so this is 1d8. It's not a lot of damage, to be fair, so I wouldn't worry too much. So it's 8 for the crit. Then plus, so that's 14 slashing damage you take there.
Cool. I will use my reaction to half it. I forget what that was called, but
Uncanny dodge?
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, uncanny dodge. So what was it in total? Sorry.
So it was 14 in total.
Cool. So
okay. Blue Cragcat stands up from being prone and takes a swipe at Winch, being the closest to him. He's actually going to bite you instead of a claw attack this one.
Fair.
That should probably hit. That's a 23 overall.
Yeah, that hits.
Okie dokie. And so you take 7 points of piercing damage.
So I'll halve that to 3.
Yes, because you're raging. As his teeth sink into you, go, haha, that's only 3, you wimp. And then the final cat will attack Harshnag. Oh god, why are we rolling good now? So that's 24 overall, which does hit Harshy Snag. 4 claws at him for 6 points of slashing damage, which you can imagine does very little to a frost giant. Okie dokie, Dweezil.
Let's do some other stuff. So I am going to I'm going to throw a bardic inspiration at Daboff. Because I very rarely inspire Baboff. But I'm going to inspire Baboff this time. And I am going to let's do. Do you know what? Let's do something else that's new. I'm going to simply say the words. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the red cat.
Whoa! Is it ranged? Is it disadvantage?
Oh,
Oh, his face. His face. Oh, you just ruined his
That is
Christmas.
heartbreaking.
It's like you gave him a toy on Christmas last session, and now it's Boxing Day, and you've taken it away.
Well, hang on a second. Last round,
I'm going to Eldritch.
here he is, mealy Dweezil, and then he resorts to doing spells again.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast red and green instead. Blue and green.
Can you do both of them?
Yeah, because I can do two
you can
Eldritch
split it.
Blasts.
It's basically
nice.
it's sort of a magic missile, isn't it? But
Now, I don't play a Warlock in our other game, so can you remind me, is that an attack,
It's an attack
roll?
roll, yeah. So I'll go against Greeny first of all with a 19.
Hits.
And then against Bluey with a 13.
Hits.
Wow. So they're going to take... Greeny's going to take 9. And Bluey's going to take 4.
Okay. Bluey is not doing too good. Not doing too good. Taking a lot of lumps. Is that your roll? Your round?
That's force damage, just in case that makes any difference. Yeah, that's my round, because I don't think that Reddy's going to attack me, because it's shit scared of me.
Of course, I didn't even attack Dabble just because of that, but it was keep me honest on that one. I'll actually put the frightened condition on him. If that's your turn,
that is my turn.
let us run it back. Same again. Bluey's getting shafted with my glaive.
Oh Jesus! Spaying him with your glaive.
It refuses to roll in there. So that's a 28. So 23 after. Yeah. Okay. And then
look, I'm fairly confident right now, knowing this is Great Weapon Master, right? This cat's dead.
28 damage.
Right, yeah, it's more than dead. Well done.
Yep.
You can describe a kill scene if you want to. You're first with the glaive.
Yeah, so he's the cat's roared. It's opened its mouth and roared at me as I've sort of stabbed it in its face, and it's just in its mouth, stabbed, not pretty, and then it's just bleeding out horrifically. The snow is just covered in blood. It's red snow.
Lovely. Oh, lovely imagery.
Yeah. Step up 10 feet, sort of just lead, and then over its body. I'm gonna second attack the second one for a 18 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
So 22 damage.
Yeah.
And then because I've killed a creature on this turn, I get another attack as my bonus action.
Sorry, what was the damage on that one?
22.
That first one 22. Yeah, no. Glaive, dead.
Oh, nice. I don't know if I've got the distance to go attack the other one. So I've done 10 foot in that direction. Let's have a look. Where's my ruler? So I could make it back over here and attack the other one. Charging back in this direction for an attack on red, which hit. It's 25 and a 20 is the.
Yeah, that hits.
For 26 damage.
Imagine if in one round you've just killed 3 crag cats. You haven't, but imagine. So what's the damage on that?
26.
Yeah, no, it's still standing. Not for much longer, I can guarantee you that. Quinch.
Quinch will dart across the plains, and he's now stood south of the remaining cat, and approximately 30 feet away. He's going to ping off a shore shit so as not to get in the way of everyone and so as not to singe them. So with his trusty bow in hand,
he's going to shore shit.
He achieves 13 with the first attack.
Which hits?
Oh, for the damage total which is that's a good roll. 8.
Still alive.
And with the second attack,
Hit it and you kill it. Hit it, kill it.
not worth using inspiration for. 10. So no, sorry, 8.
8. No, unfortunately, your second arrow goes flying off into the night, into the day, into the morning, into the afternoon.
That's it.
Whatever time this is. Okay. Yeah, I've given you big clues then, Daboff. Hit it, kill it.
Nice. I will just go in with my rapier then.
Yeah.
I've rolled 15, so I'm assuming that's hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, so that is it. Dead. Paint me a scene of killing the third of these giant cats.
I'm just going to go for more of a precision strike, just to stab straight to the heart. Again, probably a lot of blood if it's in the heart. So yeah, even more red snow, I think.
Well done. And yeah, between you managed to fell these mighty, majestic beasts. Who just wanted a dinner. Ultimately, is all they wanted. But you felt you deserved to.
We should have just given him Sebastian. Fuck.
We should just lie down and let him eat all of us. If you're going to give us the guilt trip.
I didn't talk to them. I didn't feed them Sebastian. What was the point in this encounter?
Looks like you can now make Mr. Mosley a winter coat at least.
Right. Before we move on to our first skill check, is there anything that you would like to do with your scene?
Full skinning and butchery.
Okay, you take the time to do so, and you now own some crag cat pelts, which I'm sure will come in really handy.
What's the really old film where he hides inside the Star Wars one?
The really old film. Nice reference.
The really old film, Star Wars.
Where he hides inside the animal.
That is Back to the Future.
Star Wars, Back to the Future, my favourite one.
Back.
I'm glad we just lost half our listeners.
Amazing.
There's 2 things that Dweezil would like to do before we move on from here. He wants to congratulate everyone and give everyone 11 temporary hit points.
Wow.
Which lasts. I think we worked on the basis that lasts indefinitely.
Yeah.
Until they're used up, basically. Right?
Question.
Yeah.
Did we go into this? Oh, go on.
The other thing that I'd like to do is I'd like to give Bardic Inspiration to Smudger, to Gregamel, and
nice.
to Krill.
What's the inspiration at nowadays? Is it a D8?
It's a D8, yeah, and to Quinch. So
they can run concurrently, right? Basically because you gave one to Daboff, who I don't think used one.
Yeah.
Not yet, no.
So all 4 of and they're unfailing.
It's unfailing inspiration, and I get them back. So everyone has got inspiration, which means whoever does the skill check hopefully has got a bit of better chance as well.
You get them back if you get a long rest, right?
Yeah. What do you mean if we get a long rest, Steve?
Just a question. Did we go into this encounter having had a long rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you should have come into this completely fresh.
Can I check on my plant of goodness? Oh, good bean, sorry.
Yeah, because you only just bought it. Nothing has grown on it yet. It will grow on day 2. I'll remind myself. Is it 2 days or 3 days? I think it's every couple of days. I think
every day. You said.
Yeah, I thought it was
every other day. Sorry.
Yeah,
every other day. So because you've just got that, it will be day 2. So essentially, every even day you'll get a bean. Okay. So we're going to have our first skill check then. This is up to you, an open forum. As I said, the only prerequisite, the only limitations you have on this is every skill check from the list of skill checks can be used only once, and you will not be using your skill check more than once a day per player. So you can't repeat. You can't do 2 days in a row. Okay. So who wants to have a go at the first skill check?
Should either probably be Smudger or Sam.
Yeah, off the back of my victory, our victory.
You say it should be.
Main character syndrome.
Off the back of my slaughter. I would like to volunteer for first.
Okay.
Check.
Which skill check would you like to roll? Entirely up to you.
I am going to roll athletics.
Okie dokie. Can you roll me an athletic skill check, please?
Okay, I'm just checking because I get advantage on this, but I'm not sure based on what. Okay, so I get advantage on an athletics that is pushing, pulling, lifting, or breaking.
Pushing,
Pulling, lifting, or breaking.
Breaking. No, this doesn't count. I don't think this counts.
Okay.
Athletics, you said, yeah?
Yeah. 25.
Yeah, you succeed. The snow beneath your feet as a collective, as you continue to travel through the day, begins to deepen with every trudge forward until it is up to your knees. Luckily, the snow is not so dense that you cannot travel through it, but clearly it may slow down your pace. With your skill check, however, you manage to push through, and whilst the snow does become more dense, you and the rest of your adventures are hardened men and make this look easy, coming out the other side in a couple of hours. That is your first skill check. Well done.
Nice.
Okay.
Does that mean we can't do an athletics one again? Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah. So, I mean, my tip to you would be, obviously, your various specialties, lean into those. So you don't want someone who's weak on, for example, sleight of hand, doing a sleight of hand check when you've got a rogue who probably is much better at doing it and things like that. So cool. I think that at least in the first few days, you probably want to be trying to get rid of your specialties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Second half of your day. Actually, first of all, can we have then a second Constitution saving throw from the lot of them?
Yeah.
Again, DC 13.
Do these have to be at disadvantage if we're...
No, because this is a saving throw. Sorry, not a skill check.
Cool.
So yeah, the first
and you've all
ability
got,
checks,
and you've all got Bardic Inspiration if you need it.
Yeah, I'm going to use it. So I can add a D8. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use that.
Do we know what we have to beat?
13 again.
Oh, cool. I've rolled 18, so...
That's fine.
So I rolled a 6 on the D8. So I got 17 overall,
17.
but I used Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. And have you got...
I'm going to roll with... I'm going to use Inspiration to roll with advantage.
No?
No, I got 11.
No good?
I got 11. My best roll was 11.
Could I use a spell to help Stuart out?
Yeah, feel free.
So I wish to use Bless on you, which is also a new spell that I have. So basically you get to roll a d4 on top of it, which you can add on to... it does say attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah, this is a saving throw, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, let's get the big d4 out. A 4, a few.
Yeah, okay, so Breeze was okay. Did everyone else pass?
Yes, 24.
Yeah, Greg, did you pass as well?
21.
Okay, so if you pass, you don't move up or down, you just stay at the level you are. So those of you that are at level 1 of exhaustion, you just stay as you are. The only way to move up the ladder will be long rests. Okay. We head into the second half of the day, and much like the first, as you traverse over the vast undulating snow dunes, the contours softened by the relentless snowfall, you just get this sense of achievement as you're trudging through this, and you're excited by what lies ahead of you. The jagged peaks of the mountains still looming very much in the distance, framing your eventual destination. Can we have another skill check from somebody, please?
It's early doors, but I'm going to take this one, guys, and I'm going to make it a persuasion.
You do have a disadvantage on ability
I
checks.
know, but I can't get less than a 20 on persuasion anyway because I've got my silver tongue.
Wow.
I'm glad to know we passed that, so...
Yeah, you passed that. Your journey leads you, as you're travelling, to a bridge crossing a fast-flowing river. This bridge is guarded by an expression I used a minute ago. This bridge is guarded by hard-looking men and women. Lots of northern dignity.
Yeah.
Who say that you can go through for a cost of 10 gold pieces per person, but your frost giant stays here. But luckily, through your persuasive skills, you realise that deep down these are just good people looking out for their own, trying to protect their own homes. And you realise there's plenty of money in the kitty to go through, but you manage to reduce the cost down to 5 gold pieces per person, and they allow Harshnag to cross with you.
Right.
What
so
manufacturer is the bridge?
This was persuasion, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd find Dunkles up here, mate.
What was the bridge? Yeah, no, this is quite rickety. I mean, Harshnag struggles across, like it's quite worrying that he might actually splash through, but no, he manages to get across. And as you get the other side of the bridge, you actually see a few huts and dwellings and things like that, and you realise, like I say, that these are people that are just trying to protect their own and making sure that they're well and truly safe.
Just while we see these people and we have this bit of sympathy for them, I'm going to offer them some of the previously butchered meat from the crag cats.
Which they absolutely take. And do you tell them that it's crag cat?
No.
You don't tell them it's crag cat. Okay. Lovely. Okay. And I should say is that the same with the skill checks. If you have any abilities to help Stuart or indeed anyone else, like if you have any guidance or anything like that.
I'm just hoping these northern folk spread the word of our southern generosity. And they're less likely to cannibalise us. You know these northerners.
But not impossible.
This is where you now see a sign on a post near one of the dwellings that says, "Have you seen Tiddles?" with a crudely drawn crayon drawing of a crag cat that's obviously been drawn by the little girl
with a red collar.
With a red collar, yeah.
Northern dignity for him and southern generosity for her.
Okay. You travel on through the rest of the day, and eventually you get to the sun starts setting, and you decide to make camp for the night. You go through your usual procedures. You're taking your respective watches, Harshnag included in that. And aside from a few howls off into the night, nothing particularly interesting happens, and you all manage to get through a nice long rest. So all of you that sorry.
If I could just read my my book again.
Yeah, feel free. I wasn't trying to get involved in that. I mean, if there's anything you wish to do with your first night's campfire,
probably just get some sleep.
Okay, so yeah, you get your respective sleep. You get through a long night, and those of you who had any exhaustion can move 1 up, which I think pretty much puts you all back to 0.
Do we keep our temporary hit points? Is that right?
Yeah, I'll have a chat with you again in the morning. So we'll just say that always happens every morning, unless something weird happens.
Yeah, cool. Day 2, let's crack on with a second, or a third in this case, I guess. Constitution saving throw, please. Again, your DC is 13.
Oh.
And I know a lot of these spells and things say, you get to roll advantage before you know what the thing is and all that sort of stuff. I'm giving you the DCs up front just to make this nice and quick.
16.
I'm happy for you to manage this as best as
what
possible.
do I roll for Bardic Inspiration? 8. D8.
Yeah, D8. You haven't got it now, though.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Did it run out at the end of the day?
Well, technically, it's only 10 minutes that you get it for, so we'll have to think about how that's going to work.
Well, you gave that in combat, so the reality is that would have been the 10 minutes in that combat, and it's probably when I get you to roll the constitution, it's not like it's straight away after the combat or anything like that. It's just a later point in the day. So the reality is, so this is what I'm saying to you: like when you use these abilities, be mindful of the fact that you might have battle around the corner. There might be some things that you want to save it for. So use them wherever you see best. I mean, the Constitution saving throws and the exhaustion can, if you get to 5 levels of exhaustion, you're dead. Sorry, 6 levels.
But if I see Daboff struggling to kind of come to terms with the cold, can I say to him, "Come on, Daboff, you dickhead"?
Yeah.
Give him a Bardic Inspiration now.
Absolutely, I'll allow that in here. Yeah.
Come on, Daboff, you dickhead. Stop being.
I'm allowing a bit of metagaming here because that's the reality. I'm trying to move us through the days. You rolled a 12 overall.
Yeah, so I guess whatever I roll on the Bardic.
So you'll be.
I actually did roll a 1, so that's good.
Okay. So as long as you're keeping yourself honest on this, Stuart, when you're using them up and everything.
I failed.
is it worth me giving you a pep talk?
So you get 2 of these a day. You get 2 of these a day regardless, and remembering the first level is disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing in the world.
And me and you can't ability check today anyway, so I'm not going to help Sam.
Okay, that's fine. It makes sense. I don't think it's fair that you just be pinging them off every morning. So we'll say you didn't, and I got some snow in my shoes, and now my feet are a bit cold.
Greg, you see a little sprouting on your plant.
Ooh.
Have you got the list there of the beans?
I have indeed, yeah.
If so, no, I've rolled a 4 for you, so whatever that is.
And number 4 is a cold brew.
Oh, perfect. Perfect for the weather. Okay. As the day progresses, you set off travelling. As the day progresses, snow starts to fall, first lightly, but then building. Fortunately, aside from stopping to wipe it off your faces from time to time, it doesn't seem to cause much problem at this point. Again, we might find ourselves in a situation whereby Krill helps to push you through with an athletics, although not mechanically speaking. But you get through this, and this vast snowy wasteland is in front of you, and it's very it's not a particularly interesting horizon that you've got. Beautiful, but not particularly dotted with lots of interesting things. Can I have our first skill check of today, please? Who wishes to take that?
You didn't take the roll call on all of the Constitution saving throws.
Oh, sorry. I thought did Greg Mel and Quinch? I think. I apologise. Can I have the roll call on the Constitution saving?
Yeah, I failed. I got 9.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hence why you wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're back down. You're all over the place at the moment. Your cons all over the place. Quinch?
Yeah, I did say 16.
16, sorry, and Greg.
No, it's not you that needs to apologise. It would obviously be Stuart that would need to apologise.
2 health? No, Stuart was being too helpful. He was looking at his bardicking. He was bardicking his friends.
Yeah, I think I'm probably not going to be getting many more bardics.
You've not shown him any southern generosity there, sir.
No.
Some southern generosity. Something like that. What the accent is. Okay, skill check then. So 2 of you. So it's got to be Dabov, Quinch, or Greg.
Since
one of you.
Dweezil helped me out, so I'm not exhausted. I'll take it.
Okay. So what are you going for?
I'm going to go for acrobatics because I think it'll be funny to get some backflips.
Okay.
Right. I've rolled 23.
23, yeah, that absolutely passes. As you're travelling, you come across this hill, this very large hill that stands before you. And whilst its size would not ordinarily be an issue, it is covered in ice, which makes it slippery and difficult to climb. On more than one occasion, you all slide back down to the bottom, but with some help from Dabov and his acrobatics, he manages to find a good pathway up that is not too slippery. And once he finds that pathway and makes it to the top, the rest find an easy way up. This shaves off quite a lot of travel and ensures that you don't have to travel around this large hill. Okay. We head into the second half of the day.
Yeah.
Nice. Can we get the Constitution saving throw again then, please?
Let's try a new dice.
17.
Back-to-back failures. I'm exhausted all too.
I will use.
So your speed is halved.
I will see quick. Is it worth Krill? Is it worth me?
Yeah, let's try it. Because what is it? A D8?
Yeah, I see Krill struggling, and I say, "Come on, Krill. You think about your pubes."
Yeah, I do think about my pubes, and I feel a bit warmer. So I get a 6, so 14.
14, so you pass. Quinch pass. Greg
got 12.
12. Greg fails.
Come on, Greg. You're better than that.
As Krill just sort of picks up the pace, he just gives a little high five to Dweezil.
Is it an extra D8 then? If you cheer me up,
if you're
at 14.
12, if you're at 12, you've succeeded. Yeah. Okay. Dabov.
I got 10. So yeah, level
Failure.
1.
Sorry, Dabov.
And Dweezil.
I like when you inspired everyone else, you gave some actual inspiration. When you inspired me, you called me a dickhead. Thanks.
That's like every inspiration for Krill ever.
Yeah, fair.
I got a gentleman's 17.
Gentleman's 17. So if I've got this right, Krill, Greg, and Daboff are at level 1.
Yeah.
And so is Dweezil. Is that right?
Yeah.
Currently. Okay. So
Greg
a good long
has
so a good...
nothing. He is not exhausted at all.
Oh no, you passed, didn't you, with the Bardic Inspiration? So the 3 of you are on level 1, which would go away with a long rest. Okay, if you get a long rest. The snow, this snow that I talked about in the first half of the day, is joined by a harsh wind that puts your limits to the test, both physically as it pushes against you, and mentally as it feels like you're walking through treacle, and it just starts to make you feel like you're just not making any progress. You clearly are, but it's a real struggle to get through. But when the wind drops in the late afternoon, it's a welcome relief and boost to all of you as you can travel at normal speed, which you continue to do through to the evening time and through to the night time. Is there anything you would like to do around the campfire? Any role play? Any?
I'd like to read my Arcana Blaster book again.
Okay, you continue to read your Arcana Blaster. You're becoming the Arcana Blaster. You're sort of the Master Blaster Arcana.
So Krill's obviously had the experience with some leather work when he did the Dread Helm. He's going to try and fashion some of these pelts into a couple of, Game of Thrones style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those.
Okay.
I've got 3 of them. So 1 for me. Would anybody else like a big cat scarf?
Yeah, Greg would really like one.
Okay, big cat scarf for Greg, big cat scarf for Quinn.
Greg then gets that big cat scarf and he wraps it around Sebastian to make sure he's nice and warm.
You motherfucker!
Well, you're going to be even more pissed off in a second. What I'm going to say is those pelts will give you an extra 1 on your rolls.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Sweet. On our con
Extra
saves
1.
or...
On your con saves.
Okay, yeah.
So it just gives you an extra little bit of warmth.
Well, sorry, what's the name of the cat again?
Crag
A
cat.
crag cat. CRAG.
Thank you.
You might get a mechanical +1 bonus, but you don't look like a cool emo all in black fur like Dweezil. So
You get a...
Yeah, but it's got the cat's head there, so it looks pretty cool.
Did we agree?
Go on.
Sorry, that I bought some gunpowder back in thingy.
Yeah, I think we did it off air. I'm not sure if we announced it or not, but yeah.
I would like to use my tinker ability to make like a little clockwork detonator thing, and attempt to put that in a flask with some ball bearings and the gunpowder to make essentially a bomb.
Okay. Are you then going to tie it to Krill's toe and see, like, when he wakes up and twitches?
I mean, I wasn't, but I am now. No, I'm gonna. I don't know. Is that just going to be a one night thing to just assemble that? I think my tinker ability.
I think your tinker ability is a few hours, isn't it? I can't remember.
I think so. I haven't used it for a long time.
Do you want some
you've got
to stick in there?
No.
How many teeth have you got left?
It just says.
I can't wait for us to finish out this campaign and him have never used the teeth.
1 hour I can spend.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You could do that on your watch, maybe, perhaps even.
Cool. So I will use that to make 1 bomb, and I will store it within the glove of holding thing.
Nice.
Just I've always got it to hand.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, lovely.
We might have to work out the mechanics of an actual bomb.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if you can slap someone whilst it's in there and
blow my own arm off.
It's worth it. It's worth it because it will look cool, right? Yeah, you get to night time. You go through the usual campfire routine, and again you do your watches over the night. Again, nothing happens. You get through a lovely long rest, which obviously will be very helpful for those who failed their Constitution saving throws.
Only 1 skill check today.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the skill check. No. Yeah, sorry. Apologies, I missed that. Sorry, we'll do the skill check. Sorry.
So the Smudger or MJ then?
Smudger will do it. Smudger will do a deception skill check.
A deception. Let's get you.
Are you sure? Because I get deception is my other one where I get but I can't get less than a 15 on deception.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. Let's just do a Arcana one then.
Arcana. Okie dokie. Yeah. Okay. So this is before. So I'll clarify. This is before you got to the campfire. Arcana. Let me find Arcana. Okay. Roll me an Arcana, please.
That is an 18.
18. You pass. Something stirs within you, and you feel the pull of something arcane. You start heading towards. You start getting drawn towards this thing. You think, I'm just going to lean into this and just see where this takes me. After a short distance, you discover. I've talked about how this landscape is pretty barren, but all of a sudden you start seeing these large standing stones in front of you. You take a look around them. They're all sort of about chest high. You start looking around them. You see these runes carved into them. It signifies there's another peak stone here. Quinch draws out his peak pendant and has a little check on it. And whilst Quinch is there, he gets this arcane energy rushing through him. He does a little spin on the peak pendant and has a look round and actually realizes, fortunately enough, had you not just discovered this, you would have been off course. He realizes you've lost a little bit of your way, and you have a little course correct, and it brings you closer to the mountains that you need to be at.
And I suppose I also have a slightly better understanding of the arcana flowing through me too.
Yeah, it feels like it just feels like it's like unlike anything you felt before. I mean, you obviously got a little bit of magic ability with your rage and stuff like that. So it's not like you're not a muggle, to use the term from other popular IP. He says other popular IP, like we're a popular IP. But yeah, it's different. It doesn't feel familiar to you, which is perhaps fitting, given that this is all about a giant thing. Okie dokie. So yeah, we get to the night time. We get through the campfire and do all the things that we talked about a minute ago, and get a long rest. So thankfully, all of you managed to get back to normality, I believe.
Yeah, boy.
Already, we've made it to day 3. What an exceptional episode of Dice and Desire that was. I can't decide. My favourite part was when Quinch said the inappropriate thing. Dweezil scolded them all for being silly billies. Or Greg just didn't know what was going on. Great stuff. Anyway, thanks for listening. And if you've enjoyed this, why don't you come and find us on social media, where you can interact with us on a daily basis and share some of your favourite parts. Or you can tell some friends and family. Hopefully they listen, and that will help our visibility and even more people will find us. Or, finally, if you have any spare change that Krill doesn't know about, and you want to support us financially, no pressure, then why don't you head on over to Ko-fi and you can do just that. Right, I'm off. But, like Daboff, I will see you in a few days, whether you like it or not. Ciao!